First thing this morning, we actually got another leg higher in the market here, which to me was, and of course this was on the, basically the US retail open. We saw how the European and the Asian markets were acting. That SVB had operations in Europe. Hell, there's a branch even here in Canada. And all of those branches and all those banking operations went into receivership instantly overnight. After, I guess, Biden's sort of, pathetic speech there, the market was like, this isn't over by a long shot. And boom, up we go. Now, isn't this interesting how this channel here, up here, this channel had absolutely nothing to do with this study at all to begin with. But this is the beauty about if you can draw price channels correctly. This whole price channel matrix, or, lattice work, whatever the hell you want to call it, basically drawn off of these 2 points. That point there, confirmed by market structure signal here. So you draw your channel. And interesting, how is it that this trend line can actually project this bottom down here? I mean, that's killer level. And then what's interesting is look how the bounce came and we just bounced right back into that level. But the really cool thing here is that it's almost like this is like a playground for price. And if price can actually either accept below this playground down here, which it did not do, you can see it probed into there and said, get your ass out of there. But the same logic, if it had accepted down here, then literally price targets would have been that we actually now play down in this range down here. That's not what happened. It came down to the bottom. I thought we were going to puke out. Thank heavens I covered my shorts here. That was just pulled one out of my butt there. I don't know how I did that. Rallied right back up, and I was sort of like, okay, well, we'll probably stall out here and then roll back over. We rallied right up to the top trend line, but, as I showed you there just a second ago, I mean, this is crazy how this stuff works. So we take the exact same trend channel, we just clone it, and we just draw the trend channel right off the top. And lo and behold, look at where the market stopped. I mean, you can't script that any better than that. How the hell did that happen? I mean, that's crazy when you see that. I'd also say, too, trying to figure out, like, why did the market stop where it did just there? This also happened, like, literally as the Fedsters were all getting together around this event. Closed door Fed emergency meeting. Where my hunch is that it's through this, because keep in mind, it's actually interesting to listen to people in social media that have nothing to do with trading in the markets. They just simply, everybody's consensus is that the President of the United States of America now actually has almost no power at all. And who owns and controls the power in the United States? It's the chairman of the Federal Reserve. They're the most powerful person in the United States of America. So, like, literally, as soon as this happened, you could see that the panic, not only in things like the bank stocks, right? And is this, well, you can actually see it's already even starting to rally a little bit here. Don't think anybody should touch this for now. Just leave it alone. But also two things like Bitcoin, banged up against resistance, banged up against previous highs. I thought it was interesting in our day trading room this morning, we were drawing out levels. And lo and behold, off of this big honking W, down, up, down, if we do fog and bombs, look where this math, please, people, learn this stuff. It's stunning how incredible this stuff is. So, and as I said, I've told you guys repeatedly, this was the gift that Spirit gave me through this whole COVID insanity world. So thank you, Spirit, for teaching me this. Now I've got this skill set in my pocket for the rest of my life, but it's remarkable to watch this stuff play out. So you can see here is your market structure bottom, down, up, down, and we came up and break out, boom. All right, so there it is. I mean, we can do our trend channels, kind of like what I've shown here. This trend channel was just drawn off of this market structure. Could have done another one off of here, I suppose. This is kind of getting off topic, but I suppose we could go there to there, all the way up against whatever the highest high is, maybe even that high there, as an even bigger trend channel. But anyway, we won't go into that today. So double bottom breakout, And there's 2.618. That's your first sort of bifurcation level. And look how the market rallied right into that level and had to pause. And the rule that I've sort of gleaned over the past couple of years working with this is at this point the market will make a decision. It will either come right back down and check the original breakout, and if it actually comes back down and it busts back into the original range, then this Feigenbaum study is off the books. But you can see what happened here. We came up into that 2.618 and not much give back, and we just vaulted higher through that consolidation. Breakout through the high. Where do we go? Boom! Right into the next Feigenbaum level. You can't even see it because I got the ATR script on here. I mean, that's crazy. So that was that, what was it? The trend line, I think it was, that I had on the screen there. Was that the channel? Yeah, that's this one. So big ass honking down channel target, as well as Feigenbaums. It's interesting, you know, I've of late, I've kind of gotten more interested in using 78.6 to 88.6 as like the venture cap reload short zone, reload long zone, in this case, reload short. We also, if you drew continuation patterns, these harmonics, they're called AB equals CD patterns. Boom, 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 boom. There's A, B, C, D target up there. And then there's also this little one. Boom, 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 boom. Off of the 2.618 bullish resolution, and that took us up into here. So in essence, we had one hell of a target window here this morning for price. So if you're sitting there kind of going, now why on earth did Bitcoin stall out where it did, when it did? I think it's because number one, we finally have the people who are actually driving the bus actually meeting in earnest, and my hunch is, like I said, I mean, it's terribly corrupt, but it is the world that we live in. I think the only reason why they were going to bail out this SVB was because Goldman Sachs was the primary depositor there. No way Goldman was going to take that loss. So, you know, get Janet Yellen in there and do whatever you have to do to save it. You know, just try to understand, we've probably gone a little too far, a little too fast here in the short term. And, you know, once the actual Fed and the banksters meet, they'll come out with a public policy statement and they'll say that, well, okay, we're going to make these people whole and we've got the situation under control. We'll probably see things settle down here a little bit, but, you know, who knows? Only time will tell.